Welcome back everyone to Crow's Tarot. Today we're going to be looking at your energy check-in for the next month and having a look at any changes and things to expect. So let's jump into the reading. Alright, here are the piles. We have pile 1 with the Hierophant, pile 2 with the 4 of Cups, and pile 3 with the Chariot. Take your time selecting your pile and we'll jump into the reading. Welcome pile 1 to your reading on your energy for the next month. You guys picked out the Hierophant. This usually indicates as an overall energy as being in control, knowing exactly what you want and the pathway that you want to take. It can also be that there's a few, either you're learning from other people, or it can be that you are helping other people learn a certain topic or learn from your past as well. So something to consider, but let's have a look at your cards. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, okay, a lot of stability, and we also have the Explorer of Cups. So it seems like over the next month or so, you're going to find that there's going to be a lot of dynamics with people around you, especially with the 3 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, Explorer of Cups. You're going to be in a scenario where you're dealing with a lot of people, and it can be that you get to gain more information from those individuals. It can also be that it allows you to have more stability in your life and also sort of delve into more interesting subjects along those lines as well. We also have the Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings, which is an interesting card to get because the others are very positive. So let's get a few more messages. What is the message from Wasp Spirit? So we have, interestingly enough, we have the Emperor and the Empress as your cards for the Wasp Spirit. Look, potentially for some of you it can be related to more romantic context for this as well, especially with the Explorer of Cups. Potentially you are dealing with a scenario where there's going to be a few ups and downs in terms of those close relationships in particular where you have life stings. If that's not the case for you, then potentially it's also just a sort of balance between your masculine and feminine sides that are taking place. And so because of that, you're going to find that you're leaning more towards one than the other, or there's going to be a few lessons to learn along those lines as well. And depending on the circumstances, you might find that from the cards, I think we're leaning a little more towards you're going to be learning or working with people who have more experience and more knowledge than you. It can also be that their goal is to make you shine to the best of your ability, but also allow you to grow as much as possible. We are getting a lot of sort of tree imagery with the Pentacle cards as well. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card. So strength in self and strength in who you are really important. You might also find that over the next month, you're going to be dealing with a lot of financial gain, but also working with individuals who have the same mindset as you, and also working with people who have a good balance between their masculine and feminine sides as well. So that's something to consider. Let's have a look for any other messages for the energy of the next month. What to expect over the next month. Okay. Again, Strength card popped out as expected. We also have the Ace of Swords, and we also have the Star card. So the energy is, honestly, this next month is going to be really beneficial for you. There's going to be a there's a lot to gain by the end of the month. It doesn't mean that you won't have ups and downs during that time period, but by the end of the next month, you're going to find that everything that you have been dreaming of, that you have been working towards, that you've sort of been persistent with, that's going to all come to fruition. So this sort of reminds me of Excalibur, especially with the hand sort of clasping the sword at the bottom. So it can be that you are getting to not only a breakthrough in your life, but also being able to finally grasp the goals and ambitions that you have, and being able to put those into action. And you might also find that there's going to be, potentially for some of you, noticing a lot of either birds or feathers in places that you don't typically expect. And you might also find that there's a very big draw to either dealing with a lot of animals or moving towards places that are very open in space. So think of like parks and other like broader landmarks, but you're going to be spending more time in those sorts of environments. So that's something to consider as well. For some of you, you might find that you find more comfort when you're in a location that has a lot of people surrounding it. So either crowded spaces for some of you could be more comforting, I would say. So even if you are in an outdoor location, it might be an event that makes you feel really comfortable. Things along those lines. Being able to spend time with friends and family, going to different places as well, it can be quite significant. But there's a very strong aspect of spending time with individuals and also allowing that energy to create more in your life by the end of the month. So that is most of what I've got for you, I think, pile one. So that was your reading. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You picked out the 4 of Cups. For some of you, you could be at the moment waiting to hear a bit of news or waiting for communication from someone on something. You might also be feeling a bit restless or feeling like you haven't got the resources that you need to feel satisfied in life. And if that is you, then this is definitely your reading. The other cards that we ended up getting for you was the Explorer of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the Magician. So very exciting time that is coming up for you guys, especially with your energy. We are working towards success. We're working towards being able to create more with what we have in life in terms of our current resources, being able to build on our own strengths and see the beauty in ourselves and also see our ambition for what it is. And especially with the Explorer of Wands, we are getting into the energy of embracing what we have, embracing our creativity, making sure that we are putting our best foot forward in all things, and making sure that we have the most of what we can in terms of achieving goals and creating for ourselves and for others. And with the 8 of Wands, whatever you have been working towards in terms of ambition, or whether it is, you know, creating things or waiting for something to fall out of the sky, this is definitely for you. There's going to be a lot of success over the next month is what I'm going to be picking up, which is good to see. We have our Armadillo Spirit with set healthy boundaries. That could be significant for some of you as well, making sure that you are protecting yourself and your energy and not making sure that other people aren't letting you down, and if they are, then not to try and absorb that negativity into yourself. We also have Coyote Spirit with Trust in Divine Detours, which a few groups have been getting over the other few readings I have done, which is interesting to see. But in Trust in Divine Detours, it is something that is very easy to understand, but very hard to put our minds towards it, because most of us like being in control of our lives, and so this can be a little bit daunting. But I think with the energies that are coming up, it's almost like you have to wait to be handed something to you. And it's almost like wishing upon a star, having that meteor shower happen. It is one of those things that takes a lot of time to sort of build up on, but it seems like with this group, we are working towards getting into a beautiful mindset and also being able to embrace our strengths, and being able to develop into a much more well-rounded individual. So that's good to see as well. Let's have a look at a few other messages for this group in terms of your energy over the next month. Pile 2's energy over the next month. A lot more cards than I anticipated, so it seems like a lot of things are going to be happening over this month. Let's have a look. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on. What I am noticing is that you're going to be, again, working towards a goal that you have. That seems to be the main energy that has been coming through. And there's going to be a collaboration between yourself and others. And it's definitely, potentially it is with someone who is the Page of Cups, who is going to be helping you create, helping you embrace. It could be a new friend, a new acquaintance in your life that has these ambitions and can help you not only develop in terms of your finances, your resources and things along those lines, but also help you and allow you to help them in a lot of aspects of your life. There could be a lot of friendly competition over the next month as well with the 5 of Wands. But the other thing I'm seeing is that you're going to be very consistent and very determined over this course of the next month. And that's going to lead into you gaining a lot of benefits towards the end of the month as well. And especially with the 6 of Pentacles, of not only giving and receiving, but you can also sometimes think of it as karma coming and taking what is needed. So that's something to keep in mind. I think a lot of things that are going to be happening over this course of the next month could involve meeting new people. It can be platonic, romantic, having new friends, having, workplace connections built up, things along those lines. There's going to be a lot of discussion and dialogue with other people, but make sure that you're always keeping your energy protected and making sure that you're in your strongest mindset and not letting other people intimidate you or cause you to feel like you're less than. Just make sure that you're sticking to your energy and knowing who you are and what you're worth, and that's going to lead to a lot of beautiful changes in your life as well. So I think there's a few other messages that I want to come through. I think that is it. We have the 10 of Cups, and we also have the Devil card, which is interesting given the reading. I think this is the month to really embrace your ambitions, what drives you, and making sure that you are in your happiest mindset. And don't fall prey to people's opinions too much this month. And I was picking that up for a while, but as long as you're sticking to your gut and making sure that you are protecting yourself, that you know your energy best, you're not going to let other people dictate what you do in life, not going to let them dictate how you should feel or how you should react either, and just making sure that you're keeping your boundaries as much as possible, especially with this energy of having almost like a military presence. Usually with the 7 of Wands, you get that sort of creating a strong boundary effect, but the 9 of Wands dictates almost the same thing, where you're dedicated towards who you are and what you're meant to be, and you're sticking to your gut, and that's what matters most. So just keep that in mind. Don't fall prey to, the opinions of others, especially if it doesn't make sense to you and you don't feel like you can trust their opinion to their fullest. For some of you, the Devil card can also represent just making sure that you're following your desires, and so sticking to what you enjoy and following through with that, rather than in order to embrace that creative aspect of yourself. It would be really good for the next month. So that was your reading, pile 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Welcome, pile 3, to your reading on your energy for the next month. We start off with the Chariot. You're going to find that things in life are going to be moving really smoothly. You're going to have a lot of goals and ambitions that you are able to fulfill. You're also going to be finding that there's going to be a very clear indication of things moving forward faster than usual. So you might be feeling like you sort of have to keep up with the environment or keep up the momentum of something that is going on, but we'll have a look as to what that is. Let's have a look. We have the 7 of Wands reversed, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Wands. So overall with this energy, what is the most significant is that you're going to be moving towards something that is going to bring a lot of connection to you. And both of the other groups did have this energy as well, but it's more connection to yourself and connection to nature that's going to be very significant over the next month. You're going to be finding that there's a very comforting environment that you can sort of have when you're exposed to nature. And I don't mean you have to sit in your backyard or something like that. Even if it's something simple as, being in a cafe that has a lot of plants in it, things like that. That's going to lead to a lot of boost in terms of creativity, planning for the future, but also being able to let your guard down and be able to be really comfortable with the people around you and embracing new things in life and not being sort of held back or intimidated by surprises that might occur in your life as well. And we have the Panther Spirit with Reclaim Your Power, which is, funnily enough, a very similar color palette to that 7 of Wands card. So you might be finding that giving yourself enough time and energy towards making sure that you are protecting yourself, that you know where you stand, you know what value you have for yourself. And that's similar to the Queen of Pentacles as well, is seeing your value for who you are, seeing what you have, how you have grown, what you have done in your life so far that has led you to being who you are today. And that's something that is quite significant that you might need to start exploring a little bit more, just to revisit and rethink where you have come from and see how much progress you have made in your life as well. Whether that's, personal or professional, it's good to have a look at that progress this month and do a lot of reflection, which could be significant for you as well. And again, we have the 7 of Wands, so that is a very significant energy for you this month. Being able to set boundaries with the people around you, but at the same time being able to really embrace the new and unexpected and keeping a very strong connection to the people around you. We also have the King of Wands. For some of you, this could be a significant person in your life, someone who has a lot of energy, tends to be an extrovert, who is able to create and, be a good public speaker and really create an environment that is joyful and comforting as well. And that could be yourself, it could be your own power, especially being that King energy. We also have the 6 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So with all those cards, it's about being able to connect to your true self. For some of you, it can be being able to balance between your masculine and feminine sides. It can also be being able to embrace your own power and also at the same time have a balance between giving your energy to other people, giving your resources to other people, and also receiving from others and the universe itself, and being able to trust that what happens in life is meant to be, and that everything that you have worked towards is going to benefit you to some extent, even if you haven't seen the rewards for them yet. So, any other messages for pile 3? We have the Fool card, lovely, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Pentacles. So we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this month is going to be very significant for you. There's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of shifts, and it's going to be for your benefit. It's going to be for your happiness, for your stability, for your overall protection. You're also going to be finding that there's going to be a lot of new exciting opportunities that are going to come through. With the Six of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, you might find that you are going to be rewarded for previous actions that you have taken, previous things that you have done in life, and that's going to show up over the course of this month. And especially with the Fool card, one thing that you need to keep in mind is just making sure that you are in your most enthusiastic energy. Don't hold back. Don't try and shy away from being in the spotlight. Don't try and shield yourself from things that are sudden or unexpected. If something changes, if something shifts, don't try and be combative. Don't try and stop yourself or be anxious about the unknown. Just simply embrace it and let yourself fall. Like, that's the only thing that you can do to really make things happen in this life. You're going to find that this month is going to lead to a lot of personal creative ventures, but it's also going to lead to a lot of strong connections to the people around you. So that's why going into nature, trying to spend time with plants or animals are going to be significant. Being able to really see the world in a new light is going to be significant as well, because there's a lot of, with this energy, what I am picking up is you're going to be either handed something, or someone or something is going to come to you very unexpectedly. And especially with the Chariot energy, you're going to be feeling that so many things are changing over the course of this month that you want to be able to keep up, and you don't want to, dwell on things that have changed. You want to be able to move forward with freedom and not feel like you are restricted by those changes. So overthinking is something that you want to try and avoid this month as much as possible, because you have the Panther spirit, you have the power to push past any barriers and have the power to, embrace change. And that's something that you just have to learn from and deal with. And that's going to lead so much quicker towards success than what you would expect. So something to keep in mind. Any other messages, I wonder? Well, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Pentacles. So balance is very important for this month as well. Making sure that you are looking after yourself, getting enough sleep, making sure that you are protecting yourself and your energy, not letting others take too much of your time, giving yourself enough time for things that are exciting and fun, and sort of take time away from the mundane wherever possible. So that's for this month. And that was your reading, pile 3. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.